because I now have 102 of you lovely subscribers, and I'm going to take you outside with me. And if you guys want to live chat, uh, you can go ahead and put your messages in the chat. Maya might be joining us. She's actually on her way down to Pittsburgh. That's why there's no radio show tonight. But this is just my thank you to all 102 of you. Thanks, guys. Let's go outside.
Yep.
So, anybody watching this, this is our backyard. Spin will be out in a minute. Thank you, Karen. I'm also going to get my tablet so I can actually watch the chat here. But I decided I'd bring you guys along and you can come into my backyard for a night. Just as a thank you for watching. I'm going to sit and hang out with my fire. I'll be right back. It's only for research, Karen. I'm sorry. So, yeah, guys, this is our backyard. Yeah, Maya was gonna join me. I don't know if she got distracted with Rob. I know she was heading up to Pittsburgh to go see Rob from Typical Skeptic. There's a convention that they're both gonna be at there tomorrow, which should be interesting. They're gonna have lots of great merch apparently. Too. Oh, there's one dog. There you go. Come on, come over here. There. Come over. Come over. Come over. Hey, that's Gunner. He's a grumpy bugger. He's being a suck right now. I don't know if you guys can hear the neighbor's dog. It's a small town though. You get used to it. Nobody really bothers with anybody. I think that's what I like most about living out in Alberta. Is like, yeah, it's a small town. You can hear your neighbors, but nobody really says anything about it. You know? I gotta see what that says. Thanks, Boudreaux. Welcome to my fire. Maya might pop in. I don't know. Spinge is going to be out in a few minutes too. Yeah, like I was saying though, living here in Alberta, we went from the brink of homelessness to having a fairly new Ram 1500 and living in a fairly nice single wide trailer in southern Alberta inside of a year. You know, Canada, you really can change your fate province by province. I'm not going to get political or any of that shit, but Ontario is a very oppressed place to live. It's probably one of the hardest hit by the government. What'd you say, Spin? Oh, whoa. Yeah. No, no more lonely fans. But I did have an idea that, you know, oh, never mind. I won't say it on the air. But I am going to tell Spinja. I forgot. When you come out, Spin, can you bring Bucky? No, I just thought this was a neat idea. If anybody just wants to stop by, show up, do a live chat, sit here and shoot the shit with anybody. You know, you guys listen to me talk to everybody about everything. I just didn't know if anybody else had anything to say or you just want to hang out on a Friday night. I don't drink, but if you guys want, you should have a few. I'm probably going to smoke something here and there, but that's another benefit of living in Canada is it's legal. Somebody said something there. Thank you, Karen. Oh, yeah. Our carbon tax, like, if we really want to get into that, I think it's something like the actual emission that Canada would give. First of all, if you look at the actual amount of carbon in our atmosphere, it's an astronomically small number. And then the amount Canada actually puts into that is like 0.0008 of a percent or something to like the whole thing, right? So, anyways, long and the short is we just got taxed all the way up to 24% on carbon taxes. And here's the thing: some people say they told everybody if you took a CERB check during the pandemic that you had to pay it back. Some people say they didn't get told. Some people say they did. That's neither here nor there. One of the little scams that they're running though is if you owe them anything for those CERB checks you took, they will take your carbon tax checks now. That's a fact. So there is no payment schedule. They just keep taking your money till you pay them back. Them CERB checks you got for free. You thought. get closer again, guys. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, Karen. Yeah. That I don't care if they told people or not. You shouldn't be able to see the rebate. Like, there's a lot of low income people by design in this country, and you start snatching back rebates because that seemed like a bit of a shuck and jive to me. Like, I think they just started handing out CERB checks because they didn't want people applying for welfare, which they wouldn't have had to pay back. Right? All of those people that got CERB checks could have probably legally applied for welfare, but then you wouldn't have had to pay them back. So now they're just handing themselves back the money that they say they're going to give you for the carbon tax rebate because you now owe them for the CERB rebate because they told you you couldn't go to work. So it's a little fucked up.
I'm not here yet.
Okay, she's not here yet. You don't see her.
I've got to go find a project.
Oh, there's a project to do. Oh, I have a keyboard. Dope. Thank you, Spinja. Oh. Oh, they are, Karen. Like, it's gross. The stuff they got away with during that time that they shut the world down was just gross. I think it's only Karen in here. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know where mine got to, but I'll go for about an hour. Nobody shows up. Nobody shows up. No big deal. I got to have some laughs with Karen, and it's going to be awesome to go see you next weekend. Oh, that did not work. Karen's just saying she's looking forward to actually meeting next weekend.
I'm stoked.
Yeah. No, I thought you lived a lot further away. Honestly, I. That's why I was like, oh my god, how are we going to do that? But no, I didn't realize it was that close. Like,
How are we gonna do that? Are you new? We drove from Ontario. Do you remember that part? From
yeah,
Ontario to Alberta in 2.5 days.
yeah, we did. We started hallucinating around Saskatchewan, so that was fun. Like, we had to ask each other a couple of times, do you see that on the road? Is that moving? Oh, tell little Derek I said congratulations. This little guy won the baseball game tonight.
Oh, that's awesome! Way to go, bud.
So, congratulations, little Derek. Good job.
That's an international congratulations too.
Yeah, that's a Canadian congratulations, eh? I hate that accent. And I know I'm wearing the Canadian dinner jacket. I get it. Eh. Informal wear. And we're actually wearing like matching geek sweaters, so these sweaters and no promotion. If you guys ever need a ridiculously warm but expensive sweater,
But worth every penny.
yeah, coming from an industrial sewer, okay, worth every penny. Um, Dirty hands, clean money. You get them at Home Hardware. They are like wearing a sleeping bag, and I can't brag enough. Like having been a contractor for as many years as I was, I absolutely would have wore these on the job site. Like I just discovered these like about a year ago, but oh my god, are they ever worn? So that's a little shout out to Home Hardware and Dirty Hands Clean Money.
Oh, the Home Hardware in Airdrie.
Oh yeah,
in Airdrie, Alberta. Can't say enough good things about them. That's one of my favorite stores, and the other favorite store is PV Mart.
Yeah.
I already sang the praises of PV Mart. I recorded an episode of Fiber Fridays earlier, and well, but that's going to air tomorrow because we're doing this.
Yeah. And I was having computer fuckery. Karen, yeah, we are about an hour and a half away from you. That's what I don't know why I thought it was 3, but
This is also coming from a man who lived in the area I grew up in for 3 years and still didn't know his way from certain places to certain places. So
these are facts, people. These are facts. Like the dirty laundry is out. I'm glad the clothesline's just over there, because like the dirty laundry is coming out. I am directionally defunct. I am time as well. I do not comprehend time well.
3-hour round trip.
Yeah.
Be careful because you hit me with a bunch of ashes.
Oh, I apologize. Some of these are so long, so I will just go like this.
Gonna get any flyovers tonight?
Well, yeah. Anybody that's on my Facebook probably saw that we had a plane with no starting point, no finishing point. And the company name on the airplane was Morningstar. So take away from that what you will. Okay, Karen. How did you get Bucky over here? Yeah,
Get the Bucky show. You want me to go get him?
I got him. You can talk to him. Yeah, 3 people, but tell him what you're
Hi.
doing.
I'm in Delaware.
Yeah, Delaware. Okay. Laurel. Bucky boy.
Oh, that's cool, man. I subscribe to your channel, so I'll keep an eye open for that. And if you want to post the link, please do. Isn't it always time to feed them though? Like you can feed them, but they're always hungry. Where are you, Bucky?
Wubba, wubba, Bucky, Bucky.
Come say hi, Bucky.
Watch for the Bucky blur. Now you see him, now you don't. It's the Bucky blur.
Can you come say hi, Bucky? Oh, Gunner's gonna say hi.
Right up on camera. Gunner show. Oh, I know you're so happy. Welcome to Dallas. Oh, thank you, extra. Everybody, Gunner,
Gunner,
look that way.
say hi.
That bastard ate an entire bag of diesel one day. Yeah,
Oh, and he had a temper tantrum.
everybody.
So he didn't want to go for a walk, And so then our son's like, all right, well, you don't want to go. I respect that. And then suddenly he wanted to go for a walk. And our son said, no, you didn't want to go. And so you did.
Yeah.
He didn't eat anything.
Yes, telling on you.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
everybody knows. Everybody knows about Gunner.
Gunner in the garbage. Yeah, you still have some on your nose? Look at you. Well, then, could you put it around? Like, this is the most vindictive furry family member I have ever had. And that is going very close tie with my Rottweiler that I used to have named. It's like he put garbage all over the yard, so the young lad had to clean it up. So yeah, there was that. He's a bit of a dick.
So fun fact was
This is the dog, and I lived in subsidized housing at one point. I was having a rough go. One of the discourteous neighbors threw a pop can into my backyard. So displeased with the disruption in his environment, he ate all but the top and the bottom of the pop can in pro and digested it fully without any complication. He was that kind of asshole. He was my special little guy. He was 125 pounds of teeth. Well, you're special too. Yeah, you're short slits. Don't, Dad. Like, people are watching, Dad.
I feel like it needs to be story time.
Yeah. Oh.
Stories.
Do you want to tell this story of how we got to Alberta?
Yes.
Does anybody, do you guys want to hear the story of how we got to Alberta? We've been what here? How long we've been here now?
2 years.
2 years. So the story of how let Grandpa light his pipe.
Oh, do you got the onion tied to your belt?
Well, it was style at the time. So the story of how we all got to Alberta depends on how far back you want to go, but I guess we'll start at my boss dying. Or do we need to go back further?
Well, I guess
I was born here 46 years ago. And, yeah, because my father made some poor choices, decided to leave the area for an extended period of time. So we moved back to Ontario. And so we'll fast forward till where my boss died. We were living in Wilberforce, Ontario, which is just a funny word to say. Um, for those of you who are numerology buffs, you know, and realize that that's exactly halfway between the North Pole and the equator. So there's a bit of a ley line there. So anyway, oh, there's our planes.
Yeah.
Um,
Waiting for you guys. Hi.
so landlord was slightly insane. Well, no, it started with my boss dying. Sorry. I had a job. Funny man just passed away. And what we did was we built sheds and docks and a lot of private island big money business. So it paid very well. So we had and I got a call from Ernie. He's like, "We're not working today." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, he died." What? So then inheritance, which is still up in the air in court, justice system. No, legal system. Um, that's the right word, legal system. Um, so yeah, brother dragged the inheritance all through court and shit. So he started all squirrely with us and told us he was selling the house in 30 days. Well, now I'm in a situation where I no longer can afford to live in the area that we do and don't have a job because my boss just died. So basically, at the time that we're figuring out what type of social services to apply for, a buddy of mine asks me, he's just got an old stock. A buddy of mine asks me, he's basically told me, he's like, there's lots of jobs and lots of places to rent here in Alberta. You could leave family down in a small town and they could find a job there and you can work. He starts going through with these threats. So he sends a building inspector to the house on his behest to get it safety. Turns out walk through a very step by step of all of the problems structurally that have been overlooked by the Good Old Boys Club in Wilberforce, Ontario. Um, those things were all pointed out, and the house was written as condemned. And she's like,
No, we had to be out by the end of the weekend.
yeah, so like 3 days tops. Anyway, so we were like, well, I get to Alberta. And shortly thereafter, we packed up as much clothes as we could put in a backpack in the back of a Dodge Journey. The animals, at the time, we didn't have the puppy, but we had Gunner, and we had two cats and a bird. Unfortunately, one of the cat and the birds now passed. But yeah, so in 2.5 days, we drove across from southwestern Ontario,
Central.
central Ontario to southern Alberta, and landed in a little town called Airdrie. Well, not little; it's got like 40,000 people, I think, something crazy like that. Anyways, it's getting bigger every day. But so that's how we got to Alberta. Oh, oh, thank you, Valerie. Okay, where'd you go? Oh, there he is.
Good boy.
Thank you. Oh. So Wu has posted the ball game on his community channel or section of his channel.
Awesome.
I will check that out.
Oh, Karen's back.
Oh, that's a wolf dog. No, that's a gunner.
This one and the other one. Oh, he's eating grass.
Come on, Buck.
Becky,
This
come
is
say hi.
this is Buck Rogers. Come on. Oh, oh. Where are you?
Hi.
Yeah, he's not smart.
Here.
Yeah,
Come up here.
yeah, come around. Oh, there he is. Here's a Bucky. Oh, where are you going? Oh, there goes Grumpy. He is a happy, happy man, isn't he? No one growl at everybody. Just pissed off all the time. Listen to you.
So we're pretty sure that the universe is like, okay, but you're not going to have any human kids. So we're pretty sure that if we had have decided to bring a human child into the world, this is the soul that would have been.
Yeah. Derek, right now, because they have not, if not bigger than bitchy drawers here. So, what Karen say? I couldn't afford to live in West Coast. Yeah, like I'm not housing and welfare.
And with the situation that we were in, if we hadn't have came out when we did, we would have had to go to a shelter, and it would have seen our family split up. We probably had to start the it basically drove Toronto up to the area, like it's the area that my family was in for generations, and the normal person was driven out. Inherited something. Were no affordable rentals, like none, and like and no rentals at all. Basically, like long term, they went all Airbnb, which I
Test.
yeah I'm not going to I'm not going to rant. It has its time and its place, but you does not matter in my opinion. They taken that area that was one of the highest poverty rates in the province, and like if you were north of 7, which is Highway 7, they they were very rude to us. Let's just say that they said everybody was related, and
Hi, Selena.
hi, Selena. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of ranting. That drove us out. That's driving the prices up in Calgary as well, and Airdrie, and all of the areas. It's just it's disgusting. And so yeah, it like we would have ended up separated, Kate to a bigger city, and full-time minimum wage job, because that's the other thing about Ontario. And it could be happening here in Alberta too. I don't know, because I was blessed to find a full-time job right out of the gate. but in Ontario, like jobs, and they do that so they don't have to pay you benefit or pension or anything like that, or it's through employment agencies. And if you work through an employment agency, you sign a contract where you have zero rights. They can you'll sign anything. You don't have a choice. Yeah. And so we don't even talk about what would happen if we stayed in Ontario, because there was just no there was no way to do it. We wouldn't have survived having a nervous breakdown. I know that.
Well, here's the thing. I bought my first house in Ontario when I was 25. The only problem is I had to work 4 jobs to do it. Like, I was functioning on 4 hours of sleep a day just in order to pay for a 3-bedroom house.
We love you too. And I don't know if you saw the introduction. This is Gunner. Yeah. And I'm just gonna give a shout out to Karen Holton. He's got his Oregon generator.
One of the neighbors just popped over and waved. That was pretty cool.
Oh. Gunner loves his marshmallows.
I'm glad, buddy. Yours. You win that one.
Oh, this one's Gunner.
Yeah.
And then the other one that's floating around is Buck Rogers. Ooh. Thank you. Oh. Oh, thank you.
Well,
they're both boys.
Yeah.
Gunner was a rescue. He was he's so grumpy. He was John's pick me up when a knee replacement.
Yep.
And Bucky's the baby, Selena.
Yeah.
Gunner's his own man.
Yeah, he's a grouch.
But yeah, Don was surgeon about getting a knee replacement, and the surgeon said that no, he wouldn't do it. And so anyway, we decided we were going to go have a look at the Humane Society. Just go have a look, because we Don had actually seen Gunner on it was on Facebook.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we went to the I saw him, and and we fell in love with him, and I crouched down against my better judgment, and he was nudging me like through the gate, so I crouched down and he licked my nose, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. I need to go take him that day. We came back a week later and picked him up.
Yeah. Oh, he's ever so happy.
Hey, Arizona Raven, how are you? Great to see you.
Welcome to the fire. Quick review. Buck and Gunner.
You're not going to say hi?
Yeah. Yay, smoking my eyes. Grandpa needs to pack his pipe again.
Oh, there's Yondu.
Yeah, Bucky's after the cat.
Happy travels, Yondu.
Yeah.
Yondu's off to go Yondu things.
So again, if you guys missed it, you can go back. Spinja made me a subscribers cake for this episode. I had candles and everything, and it was awesome.
Lucky.
And you can actually find the recipe for it on Spinja's channel. So,
oh yeah, I did a video.
yes, she did. So if you go to her channel, you can actually see how to make the cake that she made for me for my 100 and 102 up.
Selena, you are so sweet. I wish you were closer, because like there's a spot like right there for you.
That's what I tried to set this up as. Like you guys kind of sitting there with us. Oh, you're so happy.
He's probably sitting there bugging her.
Oh, probably. There he goes. What is it?
Like, I hope they live stream from that convention.
Yes.
What?
Oh, Selena's got barbecue plans.
Oh, yes.
She's got a
I can make you a hamburger that took me 30 years to perfect. That I have had professional chefs ask me for the recipe. True story. Actually, up here at Lake Louise.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your German Shepherd. Shepherd Collie mix. And
Oh,
oh, she's a grill master.
oh, nice.
Oh, Karen's watching us on her TV.
Oh, very nice. We're
That's
on
cool.
Karen Vision. Hello. This is why this was rated. Sorry.
Yeah. They're lagging.
Oh.
You, Bucky.
Oh yeah, I think it just reset there, guys. Sorry, we are in Alberta and I on a Rob's Discord. Like Matt. Like, do tell. Let's talk, girl. What time is it here? Oh, nice. She's actually gonna meet this guy.
Oh, we have the story about. Hi, Mom.
Who's mixed company?
So, well, I'm gonna tell it from my perspective, and I'm gonna give a bit of a backstory. So, I'd been single for a couple of years, like a relationship, and it was actually. But he's back in Ontario and living his life. and yeah, as long as he pays his phone bill on time, which he always has. And I wish him well. And he's so in 2018, I decided that I needed to make the big change at that, and I was about 260 pounds. I might have been a little bit more, but lost track. I was going, like if my phone. Uh, started the keto, like had started keto, and she had really good success with it. And so I, with the encouragement of her, I decided that was the route that I was going to go. And it's like, okay, so I'm starting to lose weight. I was doing karate at the time, and I'm a brown belt in Shorin-ryu. That's the spinja part of that makes me a real spinja. And I had a young son that I needed to be healthy for and set an example for. And so then I was talking to my doctor because I knew I needed to do something in regards to my mood. I was experiencing a lot of anxiety and depression, and I mean, rightly so. It was one of those things that um, there was a point in my life where, well, most of my life, I was the depression you experience in it, and then when you're not directly in it. And so I knew that the depression um, wanted to put me on medication, and it's like medication has its time and its place. So I'm not anti-medication, but that was the first go-to. It's like, no, I've been down that road. I want to do something different. And so with mindfulness meditation program, and it was also worked for anxiety. And so I did that, and that was the game changer between like, that and keto. And so I was feeling better, and at that point, I wasn't really looking to be in a relationship, but I was missing companionship. It was just same talking. It really wasn't a pickup scene. It was one of those things where like singles get together and hang out, and if you end up finding somebody, you end up finding somebody. And if you don't, well, not a big deal. So anyway, Dawn messaged me and friend's couch, and
Smoke this out.
let's go on it. So I remember sitting on my best friend's couch, and I'm like, should I message this guy back? And she's like, I don't know. And
Yeah,
but it worked. He had me at campfires,
it still works.
and so we ended up chatting on Facebook, and we talked for a while, and it was really cool. There was one day that I was talking to him on Messenger, and I was sitting at my spinning wheel, and he mentioned something about his birthday being in March. And I'm like, oh, cool. What day? My son's birthday is March 4th. And he's like, March 4th? Are you kidding me? So it turns out that my son's birthday and about a month or so.
Yeah.
And decided that it was time to meet, and of course, being cautious for both parties, we decided that we would meet at the dairy that he worked at, which was across the street from his house. He asked me if I wanted to go over to his house. We'd just sit outside on the patio and talk. And like there was people all around, so it was completely safe. And so we talked, and then I came back for the party. We did the cha-cha slide, and then that's
Yeah.
the end of the world as I knew it.
Yeah.
No, that was 2 weeks. No, that was within a week.
Okay, so a week later, she was dog sitting. I told you guys I have no concept of time. She was dog sitting in another person's house, and well, if you know anything about Canadian rock music, there's a band called the Tragically Hip that sing a song called Bob Cajun, right? And there's a line in the song that says it was in Bob Cajun that the constellations revealed back forth, explaining the constellations. She couldn't quite see what I was talking about. So when I was pointing, I'm like, right there, see it? And she's like, no, not really. And I swear, and it happened again, a second time in the exact same shooting star. Did we lose feet?
No, I'm just catching up.
So yeah, twice. Are you shooting star as like a pointer finger, like right there? And she's like, oh, there? And I was like, right there. And it happened twice.
What did
Oh, Selena, I don't know if I am that.
well, Arizona Ravens that she wants to be you when she gets one.
Oh, was that it?
I don't know.
No, that was Selena. No, I'm still figuring stuff out. I'm at the beginning of stuff here. But I'm wise in the spinning and fiber arts department.
Oh.
Story about the deck in Bob Cajun. Um, we were sitting there during the day, just out in the sun, having a chat, and I my left, he just had this like shocked look on his face, and then I heard the noise go away. There was a hummingbird right here, and there is a significance to me for hummingbirds. Um, my mom passed away cancer, and that is a whole other story that I will tell at another time, because I have questions as to, okay.
Thank you, Karen. She said she's very happy we found each other.
Well, so anyway, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna say everything. I don't want to leave anything unsaid, because we were so close. Like, she was my best friend, and we've been through a lot together. And so I said to her, Mom, like, we don't know what's on the other side, but uh, if if you have an opportunity. And at first she said robins, and then she said birds. And so then, and I'm so glad I had that conversation with her. It was hard, but I'm so glad, because an urn, like, she chose to be cremated. I took a pick at an urn, and there was an urn with a hummingbird on it. And there were a few different times where a hummingbird made an appearance. One of the most significant, and we'll add to it the part where my heartless ex took my son. It was his access weekend, and it didn't matter that was Mother's Day. So yeah, I was a wreck, but there was a hummingbird. But we joke, this is what happens when you troll Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, and the 18-wheeler angel.
Oh, I like that story too.
Yeah. And it would have been about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I was driving. We were both tired. Uh, Hopped up on so many caffeine drinks because I had to be at work on day 4, right? So we were like nonstop trucking. Just, I think we napped, and that was all we saw of like Saskatchewan. I can't even remember.
We pulled over twice. Once, just outside of Thunder Bay,
Yeah.
which was still in Ontario, and then in Saskatchewan.
Yeah. So it was pretty much like nonstop trucking. And we were coming into Alberta, and it's the prairies when you come into Alberta, like it's all flat, and you don't see the mountains till you get right in here. So what happens is this trucker's going really slow, but he's in the right behind him. I go into the left lane, and I just and he started like coming into my lane, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Right? So I went to speed up, and he like came in more aggressively. I'm like, okay, what is this? If he hadn't cut me off, this man could see. He was sitting up higher. He could see further out on the prairies, and he knew that the herd of deer was coming onto the road. And there was an 18-wheeler angel.
And he'll probably we did call the company and thank them. And we also, when he the window, like screaming our thing, choked up because like he really did. He saved our lives, and that I don't even want to think what would have happened if we had to hit the deer because the way we were homeless. Hit home. You didn't mention the part like we
Yeah.
our son and I lived in a hotel for 3 weeks because we had no place to live, and we were fortunate enough to have enough on the credit card, and between that and we stayed at the I am going to give it out to Best Western in Airdrie.
Oh, the feed cut out on them.
Mm.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. Shit. Sorry. Just so you go back to where you were at the Best Western.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, no, that's fine. No, and I just wanted to give them a shout out. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what they're like now because it's been 2 years. But 2 years ago, that's actually where I met my first Alberta friend,
Yeah. She was cool too.
and it was funny because after I was at my workplace for a little bit, my boss said that I have now while I was still in Ontario, and uh, she said like it sounds like I would be a good fit, but she wasn't sure because I wasn't sure at that point. She told me to get in touch when we got here, and so she asked me, she's like, how did you end up living in Airbnb? And I said there was the chance of a job. I told her, I said, we looked, and I didn't want to live in Calgary because it was way too big, and
Yeah.
even Airdrie was too big.
You still want to move further north by about 8 hours. I think the feed keeps cutting out on them. If it's cutting out and everybody's not watching, I may as well just cut it. Then I've been going about an hour.
Yeah. Oh, should I do my? I know Maya's not watching, but I feel like her and Serious Sun Love.
Yeah, you could. If they'll let you air the music.
Oh.
Well, I'll hold the phone underneath the camera, and you can do it over here.
Okay. Yeah, like I bet you wouldn't do it, and
Yeah.
so that's something. I'm actually a woo girl. I hide it well because and breaks ears, and I just don't want to do that. But I'm gonna warn you if you meet me in person and we find ourselves at like a Core Blund concert or something.
Having a good old time.
Lots of wooing. So thanks. She's dropping. She's heading out. So
Okay.
so good. So yeah, I'm just going to we'll queue it up, and if Facebook. So yeah, so there's a story. So there's uh, it brings back happy memories for me. So I went to this conference when I was like 15, and it was one of the first times that I ever like went outside my comfort zone because I was like super shy when I was a kid. And there was this one dance that they showed us, and we did it through the whole conference actually. And so anyway, it's called Starchin, and I told Maya from SOS QHT that I would do a demonstration someday, and then see love on Facebook. So it's been what 30 years. No, hold on, I gotta do
The silly commercials.
I stopped paying for Spotify because I was watching like, well, that's just defeats it. So yeah. Anyway.
Come on. Thanks for indulging me. Deep, deep, deep. That's all, folks.